Good evening. My name is James Knox, and I will be presenting a review of a peer-reviewed paper. To carry out an effective search strategy, the article's full title, Effects of Physical Exercise on Gross Motor Skills in Children with Autism Spectrum Disorder, was entered into the University of Queensland's library search engine. This approach was taken to discover the peer-reviewed version of the article. Keywords like exercise, motor skills, children, and autism spectrum disorder were taken directly from the article's title and used to search the library database. These terms were chosen because they appear frequently throughout the article, making them effective for refining the search. This strategy successfully narrowed the results as the peer-reviewed article appeared as the first out of the 70 search results. This article is based on the understanding that children with autism spectrum disorder, ASD, usually have a greater focus on the growth of their behavioral and communication skills rather than the development of motor skills like coordination, balance, and walking. These delays are tied to neurological differences but are often overlooked. However, there is an increasing evidence that structured physical activity can support brain development in children with ASD. This study looks at whether a specific structured exercise program can improve motor skills in young children with ASD. This article, along with the peer-reviewed version, hypothesized whether a structured physical exercise program significantly improves gross motor skills in children between the ages of 4 to 7 with ASD compared to conventional physiotherapy. This study is a randomized controlled trial. 20 children with ASD aged 4 to 7 were involved. They were split into 2 even groups, 10 in the experimental group and 10 in the control group. The experimental group engaged in a circuit-based physical exercise program for 8 weeks, 3 times a week, for a total of 24 sessions lasting 60 minutes each. Standard physiotherapy was administered to the control group. The assessment tool was used during the study was the abbreviated development scale 3. The data analysis was performed using repeated measures ANOVA, post-HOC Turkey tests, and the calculation of the Reliable Change Index, RCI, to assess the statistical and clinical significance of the study. The experimental group showed significant improvement in gross motor skills from a pre-test mean of 39.40 to a post-test mean of 50.60, while the control group showed minimal change from a 42.10 to a 42.90. Improvements that were shown included better function and skills, including running, jumping, climbing, kicking, postural control, coordination, instruction following, and social interaction. Based on applications in real life, structured physical exercise, especially play-based and circuit-style programs, may be an affordable way to help kids with ASD with their motor skills and behavior, especially in community, clinic, or school settings. Limitations of the study were discovered. These limitations included the small sample size, which reduced the accuracy of the study as it limits the statistical power of the study and reduces the ability to detect significant differences, along with it potentially not being applicable for the wider population. The short duration of the study prevents assessment of long-term effects and whether they would continue to develop. The observed improvements might not be sustained over time, and it is unclear whether the benefits would persist beyond the 8-week period if the structured exercise is not kept up. The study was also conducted with a Colombian population, which may limit the applicability of the findings to other cultural contexts. Factors like socioeconomic status, access to resources, and cultural attitudes toward physical activity could all influence the effects of the intervention in different countries. To further improve this study in the future, a larger, more diverse group of children could be used and longer duration of the study, extending the process to see what occurs. Thank you for listening to my recording.